Welcome to PCE, where we are trying to glorify God through excellence in education. Today's society, with the things that are coming to our school, man, these kids, the things that they see politically, culturally, the challenges that they face on a daily basis with the social media. You add into the aspect of sometimes kids just aren't nice to each other, the harassing, the bullying. Um, and then you throw in the things that they are questioning about themselves as they grow. They face issues that, um, I think in some ways are unprecedented. The way it's right in their face, and they begin to, some of them handle it better than others, and some have a stronger foundation from home or through their faith, and they come to school seeming to have it together. But in the sense that they all come to school with these challenges, some are so much more difficult to find connections with. We might even say to even love. But as leaders in a building, whether you are a teacher, a custodian, or whoever you may be, a principal, you are a leader in the building because kids look up to you. They look to see who you are and what you're made of. And I'm kind of reminded of John from the Gospels. When he writes his book, it's oftentimes he refers to himself in that book as the disciple that Jesus loved. And I find that so fascinating that maybe a boldness with that somehow Jesus didn't love everybody else, but more of a that he was so connected with Jesus that um, he felt like that he was the one that Jesus truly loved, as if he was the most important thing, and that's what Jesus made people feel when they were with him. And when you know the backstory of the disciples, sometimes we forget that as they walked with Jesus, they didn't quite understand completely at that time what they were doing, what Jesus' mission was all about. And sometimes they had some pride. They had some confusion. You remember at one time they asked to sit the right hand, the left hand, and Jesus says, that's not my place to put you there. But I see these things and I hear these things, and all the time Jesus never gave up on them. He still walked with them. He continued to be with them. In the end, John considers himself be the one who loved. And I find that fascinating in the sense that I think that all the disciples probably felt the same way John did. In fact, I think that everybody that met with Jesus, which was part of who he was and the attraction, is that they felt like they were the one that was loved by Jesus. That's how he made people feel. And I got to think back to myself and how I live and what I do. And if the people around me would walk away and say, hey, I'm that person that Eric loved. That's my challenge to you and to myself. To be that individual, that type of person, when people have spent time with you, they walk away that they would say, I'm the one that Eric loves. I'm the one that Joe loves. I'm the one that Sarah loves. You just put in any name that you want there, your name, and say, I love them. And I got to tell you, it's not always easy to do. It's not always as easy to do when you think about the things that these kids come with and the way they interact with you sometimes are disrespectful, sometimes uh, mean. But man, of all things, they need our love. And when they leave our building, when they leave for the day, and when they're no longer in our classrooms and no longer there at our schools, will they say, he loved me, she loved me, I was the one they loved? That's my challenge today.